जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरये।
ततो जयमुदीरये।
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
भगवतेरुत्तमश्लोके
भगवते उत्तमश्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी।
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी।
So we're reading from Canto 5, Chapter 10, verse number 12. विशेषबुद्धे विवरं मनाक्ष
विशेषबुद्धेर्विवरं मनाक्ष
विशेषबुद्धेर्विवरं मनाक्ष
विशेषबुद्धेर्विवरं मनाक्ष
पश्याम्यन्न व्यवहारतोऽन्यत्
पश्यामयन्न व्यवहारतोऽन्यत्
पश्यामयन्न व्यवहारतोऽन्यत्
पश्यामयन्न व्यवहारतोऽन्यत्
क ईश्वरस्तत्र किमीशितव्यम्
क ईश्वरस्तत्र किमीशितव्यम्
क ईश्वरस्तत्र किमीशितव्यम्
क ईश्वरस्तत्र किमीशितव्यम्
तथापि राजन् करवाम किं ते
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 विशेषबुद्धे विवरं मनाक्ष
विशेषबुद्धेर्विवरं मनाक्ष
पश्याम्यन्न व्यवहारतोऽन्यत्
पश्यामयन्न व्यवहारतोऽन्यत्
क ईश्वरस्तत्र किमीशितव्यम्
ईश्वरस्तत्र किमीशितव्यम्
तथापि राजन् करवाम किं ते
तथापि राजन् करवाम किं ते
विशेषबुद्धेर्विवरं मनाक्ष
विशेषबुद्धेर्विवरं मनाक्ष
पश्याम्यन्न व्यवहारतोऽन्यत्
पश्यामयन्न व्यवहारतोऽन्यत्
क ईश्वरस्तत्र किमीशितव्यम्
ईश्वरस्तत्र किमीशितव्यम्
तथापि राजन् करवाम किं ते
तथापि राजन् करवाम किं ते विशेषबुद्धेर्विवरं मनाक्ष
विशेषबुद्धेर्विवरं मनाक्ष
पश्याम च न व्यवहारोऽन्यत्
पश्यामयन्न व्यवहारतोऽन्यत्
ईश्वर तत्र किमिस्तत्यमम्
ईश्वरस्तत्र किमीशितव्यम्
तथापि राजन् करवाम किं ते
तथापि राजन् करवाम किं ते
विशेषबुद्धेर्विवरं मनाक्ष
विशेषबुद्धेर्विवरं मनाक्ष
पश्यामयन्न व्यवहारतोऽन्यत्
पश्यामयन्न व्यवहारतोऽन्यत्
क ईश्वरस्तत्र किमीशितव्यम्
क ईश्वरस्तत्र किमीशितव्यम्
तथापि राजन् करवाम किं ते
तथापि राजन् करवाम किं ते
विशेषबुद्धेर्विवरं मनाक्ष
विशेषबुद्धेर्विवरं मनाक्ष पश्यामयन्न व्यवहारतोऽन्यत् क ईश्वरस्तत्र किमीशितव्यम्
तथापि राजन् करवाम किं ते
Word-to-word meaning. Vishesha Buddhe
विशेषबुद्धेः
of the conception of the distinction within master and servant.
between master and servant.
Vivaram, the scope. Manak, a little. Cha, also. Pashyamaha, I see. Yat, which. Na, not. Vyavaharataha, than the temporary usage or convention. Anyat, other. Kaha, who. Ishvaraha, the master. Tatra, in this. Kim, who. Ishitavyam, is to be controlled. Tatapi, nevertheless. Rajan, O king. If you still think then you are master, that you are, and I am your servant. I am Mr. Servant. Karavama, I may do. Kim, what? Te, for you. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation. My dear king, if you still think that you are the king and that I am your servant, you should order me, and I should follow your order. I can then say that this differentiation is temporary, and it expands only from usage or convention. I do not see any other usage, any other cause. In that case, who is the master and who is the servant? Everyone is being forced by the laws of material nature. Therefore, no one is master and no one is servant. Nonetheless, if you think that you are the master and that I am the servant, I shall accept this. Please order me. What can I do for you? Purport. It is said in Srimad Bhagavatam, Aham mameti. One thinks I am this body, and in this bodily relationship, he is my master, he is my servant, and she is my wife, and he is my son. All these conceptions are temporary due to the inevitable change of body and the arrangement of material nature. We are gathered together like straws floating in the waves of an ocean, straws that are inevitably separated by the laws of waves. In this material world, everyone is floating on the waves of the ocean of nescience, as described by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Miche maya ravashe yacha vese kacha habudhabu bhai jiva Krishna dase ye vishwasa karle thar har dukkanai. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur states that all men and women are floating like straws on the waves of material nature. If they come to the understanding that they are the eternal servants of Krishna, they will put an end to this floating condition. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 3:37, Kama yesha krodha yesha rajo guna samudbhavaha. Due to the mode of passion, we desire many things, and according to our desire of our anxiety and according to the order of the Supreme Lord, material nature gives us a certain type of body. For some time, we play as master or servant, as actors play on the stage under someone else's direction. While we are in the human form, we should put an end to this nonsensical stage performance. We should come to our original constitutional position, known as Krishna consciousness. At the present moment, the real master is the material nature. Daivi hesha gunamayi mama maya dhuratyaya. Under the spell of material nature, we are becoming servants and masters. But if we agree to be controlled by the Supreme Personality of Godhead and His eternal servants, this temporary condition ceases to exist. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padhan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamsya Hemum Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratushe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dheena Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram Hare Om. Hare Krishna. So literally speaking, so I am not qualified to sit on the Vyasasana and discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, but on the order of my superiors, I have to sit and speak some Krishna Katha. So this cannot be easily done until unless I get the mercy and blessings and prayers of all the devotees and also the assembled devotees over here. Please, for a few seconds, please pray for me so that I can speak right words at the right time in a right spirit of service attitude. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyascha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Yes, another beautiful day with Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam glorifies about himself, about itself in Srimad Bhagavatam. So one of those verses says, Sarva Vedanta Saram hi Sri Bhagavatam ishyate tad rasamrita taptasya nanyatra syat rati kvachit. Sarva Vedanta Saram hi. Sarva means all. Sarva Vedanta means all knowledge. All knowledge that is to be learnt. All knowledge that which exists. Everything that includes Sarva Vedanta. Sarva Veda. Anta means end. or conclusion. Saram means essence. So Srimad Bhagavatam is Sarva Veda, that is all knowledge. The conclusion, the essence. The essence of the conclusion of all the knowledge that is there. That is He. He means certainly, indeed, is Srimad Bhagavatam. Ishyate. Tadrasamrita taptasya nanyatra isyad rati kvachit. So Srimad Bhagavatam glorifies itself. That Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of the conclusion of all the knowledge that exists. And whoever get the taste of this Srimad Bhagavatam, tadrasamrita tattasya, and who is satisfied with the taste of Srimad Bhagavatam, nanyatra syat rati kvachit. What else taste is needed for this person? If he just drowns in the nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam. Shunvatam srata Krishna punya shravana kirtanaha hridyantasti abhadrani vidinoti suhrat satam. By what happens? By hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam or Krishna Katha, punya shravana kirtanaha hridyantasti abhadrani. Whatever the anarthas are there in our heart will be cleansed. Will be cleansed by whom? Krishna. Krishna personally comes and cleanses the heart. And what? Vidinoti suhrat satam. All the time. If one engages in hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, in discussing Srimad Bhagavatam, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna personally comes and cleanses our heart, which is the problem of each and every conditioned soul. And this is the glorification. So glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam is unlimited. So lack of time and lack of knowledge for me also. I just only 2 slokas. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, as we know, it is mostly only about Krishna and his devotees. And also we heard that Krishna is telling, whoever hears about me will get purified. And number of times Srila Prabhupada and all the acharyas, they say that by hearing of about Krishna, we get purified. But hearing about the devotees of Krishna, we get even more purified, double, triple of that. And we have got such a wonderful opportunity to discuss about such another wonderful devotee, Jad Bharat Maharaj. So we're in that topic of Jad Bharat. So we have seen how Maharaj Bharat had become dear in his next life. But still he didn't forget his past by the mercy of the Lord. Later he became Jad Bharat. And as Jad means something which is not interactive, means is acting in such a way like Jad. He knows everything, but this time he don't want to waste any time. Just want to think about Krishna. So that's why he's acting as Jada. So what his father tried his best to give him the knowledge of the Vedas and become a nice Brahmana, give so many things. But he didn't take any chance of learning that. He just completely engrossed in just thinking about Krishna, nothing else. So what we can understand from here is, so the goal of life is fixed here. I just want to attain Krishna and nothing else. And when the goal is fixed, we could able to see how Jada Bharat is wonderfully acting. So whatever the troublesome are coming from the external point of view, he is not disturbed at all. He is not disturbed. When a people of this one king, so they are planning to do some sacrifice to goddess Kali, and they are not able to find any Nara or a human being. So they found Jada here, the Jada Bharat. They thought, let us bring him and cut his. And he's not bothered about this. They got him, they're ready to cut, everything is fine, nothing problem. Because he's fixed in his goal. I want to just attain Krishna and just remember Krishna. So when the goal is fixed in our life, so whatever the problems may get external, we don't just bother. And we'll be always humble. Because goal is fixed. And our human form is very, very rare. Don't know what comes next life. Another incident so happened. Rahugana, Maharaj Rahugana. He also comes in a palanquin. All the people coming, lifting him up, moving away. So there one river comes on the way. So all these palanquin carriers, they need one more person help. So they are not able to find anyone. And they found Jada Bharat. So this person is very strong and hefty. So he will be helping us. And they took him for the carrying of Maharaj Rahugana in the palanquin. And he is doing so. He has also participated in carrying Rahugana in the palanquin. But once upon a time he saw that there are few ants moving over here. So Jada Bharat don't want to kill even the small ants as he's a pure devotee. But all the other palanquin carriers, they're following the orders of Rahugana very nicely. very nicely. And Jadbharat also wants to. But still, since he's a pure devotee, you don't want to hurt even a single ant, single living being. So he's moving here and there. So the palanquin is also moving here and there. So the Rahugana got very much disturbed. You fat soul, you useless soul, what are you doing? He chastised him like anything. And finally he called and he got down and discussing with Jadbharat. And Jadbharat, he is telling, I am not this body, I am spirit soul. After hearing this, Maharaj Rahugana got shocked. This person is speaking this high philosophy, I am not this body, I am spirit soul. And he surrendered himself to Jadbharat and started learning the instructions of this. So in the past whole life of Jadbharat, if we see, one thing is very fixed in Jadbharat. That is, his goal is only to attain Krishna. Another point is, he knows how important this human form of life. So that's why he's not thinking of anything else, just thinking about Krishna and nothing else. How this human form of life is very, very rare. Prabhupada tells in number of times, in number of purports, even if we have a single tinge of material desire in our heart, we have to take another birth. And who knows what birth it is? Maybe human being. Even if it is human being, since we are practicing devotional service, it is guaranteed that we will take a human birth. Very nice. After taking human birth, who knows we'll have 2 eyes? Who knows we'll have 2 legs properly? Who knows? So karma can blast at any point of time. That inclination will be there to practice bhakti. But the karma also is passing us, coming behind us. So once Karthikeya Prabhu was discussing in a class, so he was telling, he was a college, everyone knows him, and he's telling about his dean. So his dean is there, he's also very inclined to spirituality. And his daughter who is there, she's very interested in practicing bhakti, and she also practices. But the thing is, she is handicapped on a wheelchair. She cannot dance. And various other stuffs. So karma can blast at any point of time, even though we have that inclination to practice bhakti. So whatever condition we have got right now is the best moment. So Srimad Bhagavatam glorifies the human form of life in various number of verses. We'll see a few of them. So this is Canto 11, Chapter 9, Text 29. Labdva sudurlabam idam bahu sambhavante manusyamartatam anityam apiha dhira turnam yatetanapate tanumrityu yavan nishreyasaya vishayah kalu sarvatasyat. Srila Prabhupada quotes this sloka number of times. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he's in Radha Kund, not discussing about Radharani, he is discussing about this verse. What is he telling? Labdha sudurlabam idam. Labha means, in Hindi we call it labha. Labha means benefit or profit. Labdva sudurlabam idam. Labha means we got profit. Durlabha means rare. Sudurlabha means very rare. And what is labdva sudurlabam idam? Idam means this human form of body is very rare. Bahu sambhavante. Sambhava means repeated birth, death, birth, death. And bahu sambhavante. Number of times this happened. Sambhavante, repeated birth, death, birth, death. And what is that? Manushyam. And this human form of life, we understood that's rare, not just rare, it is very, very rare to get this human form of life. And how this human form of life is? Ardhadam. Ardhadam means? Artha means?
Money.
Artha means which is something is useful. Arthatam. Anityam apihadiraha. So we have got this wonderful body which is useful. Not in just himself, but also in catching the Krishna prema. So this human form body is such a wonderful thing, we can catch Krishna prema. But it is apihadira, anityam. This is not nitya. It can be taken away at any point of time. Turnam. So what to be done next? Turnam yateta napatet anuvrityu yavat. We have to endeavor to attain that Krishna prema. Till what time? Anumrityu yavat. Till the body falls down. We have to endeavor. Nishreyasaha vishayah kalu sarvatasyat. So this sense gratification which is there in our life, each and every animal does. Every animal has this opportunity to do sense gratification. Nishreyasaya Vishayaha. This sense gratification. Kalu Sarvatasya. Sarvata means all the living entities, all the living beings has this opportunity to do the sense gratification. Getting this human form of body, why are you wasting this life? Then if we also engage ourselves only in sense gratification, not engaging in devotion service, then what is the difference between an animal and us? So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, quoting this verse to his disciples, is crying, Uttishtata Jagrata. Oh my dear disciples, please wake up. This human form of life is very, very rare. If we miss, we will not get once again. It's very, very rare. Please wake up. Practice Bhakti very intensely. I am not telling this. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. In Radha Kund, not talking about Radha Rani, but about this verse. Emphasizing the importance of human form of life. Another similar verse. This is Canto 11, verse 20, verse number 17. Nrideha madhyam sulabam sudurlabam pravam sukalpam guru karnadharam mayanukule nabhavasvateritam puma bhavabdim natarets atmaha. So this also says, Nrideham, use human form, Adyam sulabam sudurlabam. We got it by chance. We got this body of human life. And also durlabam, same. It is also very, very rare. Next, plavam sukalpam guru karnadharam. This human form of body is like a ship to cross the ocean of material existence. And who is the captain of this ship? Guru karnadharam. Guru is there. If we give our hands to the Guru, our ship, to the captain of Guru, that is Srila Prabhupada. So he is driving the boat of this human form of body. Then what happens? Mayanukule navasvateritam. The wonderful instructions of Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita are like favorable winds that help us to cross this ocean of material existence. Puman bhavabdim na taret sa atmaha. After getting this wonderful form of human body, getting a wonderful spiritual master, Acharya, helping us to cross this material ocean of material existence and having this wonderful instructions of Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, still if a person is not crossing this ocean, sa atmaha, he is committing suicide. He is committing suicide. Prabhupada says this, two-handed form of an animal. If a human is not able to take this advantage of human body and crossing this ocean of material existence. And similar verse, even Prahlad Maharaj says, famous, Kaumaram macharet pragya dharman bhagavataniha durlabam manasham janma tat api adruvam arthadam. So I need not explain your meanings now. Kaumaram. Kaumaram means Yavanam. At the age of 5. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying one has to start practicing bhakti from the age of 5 years. When all his friends are playing, Prahlad Maharaj says, 5 years we have finished, wasted. So let's practice bhakti, not more. How old are we? 25, 30. We have wasted a lot of time. So Prahlad Maharaj is telling this. Kaumaram achare pragyo. So by the age of 5, we have to start practicing bhakti. Durlabam, why? Durlabam manusha janma. This is very, very rare, very, very rare. Prahlad Maharaj is telling, but we cannot take it properly, in a proper sense. So what is the 8th wonder? Anyone knows? 8th wonder? I recently heard this. So one of the devotees telling. So 8th wonder is what is mentioned in Srimad Mahabharata. So there is a discussion happening between Yudhishthira Maharaj and Yaksha, some Yaksha. So there is Yamaraj. So this discussion is happening. So Yamaraj is asking Yudhishthira Maharaj, Yudhishthira, you tell me, so what is the most wonderful thing in this world? So then Yudhishthira Maharaj says, Ahani ahani bhutani gacchanti yamamandiram sesha hastavaram icchanti kim ascharya mahataparam. Ahani ahani bhutani, every moment, gacchanti yamamandiram. People in this material world are going to Yamaraj, temple of Yamaraj, palace of Yamaraj. Stesha hastavaram icchanti. But people in this world, they are able to see, he is dying, everyone is dying. But the 8th wonder is, I am not gonna die. This is how wonderful it is. So this is the 8th wonder. How people are completely illusioned in this material world. He is dying, He is dying, but I'm not going to die. So this is the illusion which all of us inside. So in this way, we are understanding the importance of human form of life, described by Srimad Bhagavatam. Now we got to know the importance of human form of life. So what is the goal of life? To attain Krishna. So to attain Krishna, we have various yoga processes. And Krishna is telling, he told in the Bhagavad Gita, he told about all the yoga systems, but he's recommending only to practice bhakti and nothing else. So what is the proof? 934, 1865, Krishna says, Manmana mama bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Just become my devotee, offer obeisances unto me, worship me, and discuss about me. And not just to. Final conclusions, 1866, we'll discuss at the last. And many verses he tells. In 12th chapter, he tells, so Sachame Priyaha. So Krishna is this kind of devotee is very dear to me, dear to me, dear to me. He tells he writes a whole astakam about his devotional service. How to practice bhakti. And who practices bhakti is very, very dear to Krishna. So 12th chapter, verse number, so verses are 20 verses there. From 12 to 20. So Krishna writes the whole astakam that, so this is my devotee, how nicely he does my devotional service, very, very dear to me. And in various places, Krishna describes how bhakti is the highest and one has to practice only bhakti and nothing else. Finally, 1866. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Ahantam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma sucha. So it's the final conclusion. If anyone surrenders unto me, I completely take his charge. I completely protect him from all the sinful reactions which he has done in the previous lives. And in fact, the whole Bhagavad Gita is only bhakti. And Prabhupada says in each and every purport, every verse. So Prabhupada is focusing only on bhakti, 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 bhakti and nothing else. Many other commentators, so they speak, they tell about Prabhupada. Prabhupada is speaking only about bhakti, bhakti, bhakti. But Krishna told number of times many other yoga systems. Why only bhakti? But Prabhupada is coming in the line of our acharyas. So let's take Chaitanya Charitamrita. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, once such an instance came that Advaita Acharya, so is reading Bhagavad Gita, and he is not able, he couldn't find in one verse there is no bhakti. He couldn't find this. So since he couldn't find bhakti in one verse, he fasted for 3 days. Then Mahaprabhu got to know this and he came to Advaita Acharya. Then he showed how in this verse also there is bhakti. And after knowing this, Advaita Acharya was completely satisfied and had prasadam, broke his fast. So it is not the claim of ISKCON that bhakti is only there in Bhagavad Gita. So it's coming from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Mahaprabhu is telling, the Advaita Acharyas, all our acharyas are telling, there is only bhakti and nothing else. So this bhakti is very, very powerful. Krishna is all powerful. Bhakti is very powerful. In fact, Krishna is all merciful. So this confidence and faith, if a devotee can have, that just by practicing bhakti, I can go back home, back to Godhead. By just practicing this Navabheda Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pasyam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. So Prahlad Maharaj is only telling once again this. So these are the various limbs of bhakti one has to practice. And when one practices this with full faith and conviction, it is sure short process that we can cross this ocean of material existence and go back home, back to Godhead. And need not come back to this material world and suffer like all the other conditioned souls. So this is the wonderful opportunity we got in this human form of life. Got this human body is only very rare, very interesting. And then this human form of body, we got such a wonderful process of bhakti, practicing bhakti. In practicing bhakti, we have got a wonderful Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And in this process, we are connected to such a wonderful Parampara, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, where we have a wonderful Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, who went to the West, in fact all over the world, traveled 14 times and distributed this practice of bhakti. Still, if we have this confusion that by practicing bhakti can it be done, we can see the result in Prabhupada's pastime life, that how these hippies, they became devotees, they became happy. They became sannyasis and traveling all over the world, preaching this Krishna consciousness. What other proof we need to tell this bhakti is enough? But only thing is we should have that faith and conviction by just practicing bhakti. following the instructions of spiritual master, we can attain, go back home, back to Godhead. Okay? So with this, I would like to conclude today's discussion. If any questions, I'll try to answer if I know, or else I'll check with my superiors and we'll get back to you. Any question? Okay. So we have 7 minutes of time, so we can share some few realizations.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much for the nice class. And you mentioned very nice points regarding the glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam, how it's one of the priceless literature, and how at different points of the Bhagavatam it glorifies itself, and plus it glorifies the process of bhakti. How we have got this rare form of human life, and it's very important that we utilize this human form of life just to attain the goal of human life, and not waste it like animals do in other activities like eating, sleeping, mating and defending. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for a very nice class. And in this class you stated that this human form of life is very, very rare. And if we will waste our life in sense gratification, then we are no difference between animal and human life. And you told eighth wonder of life. That is very nice. And everyone is dying, but I am not going to die. This thing we need to contemplate. Thanks. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class. And like the point, I like that. Yes, like even Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is at the Radha Kund, but saying that human form of life is so much rare. And the other thing was that we can take, like maybe in the next life we can continue this, but what will be the situations we don't know. So that is the point. So that's why it's very important.
Hare Krishna, bro. So nice class. So you mentioned we should have only bhakti towards Krishna. Even like in Bhagavad Gita, so many different types of yoga process are mentioned. But like as Prabhupada said, like he only like bhakti related purports are given. And also like you mentioned how in 12th chapter Krishna is given like all the how a devotee of Krishna should be. So this point. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, thank you for the wonderful class. Actually, you are telling about Prahlad Maharaj, one shloka that, he wasted his 5 years of life, without practicing bhakti. We really look at it how many years and how many lifetimes, I really wasted, it's my realization. I wanted to practice properly. So,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I like one point, like in process of bhakti we must endeavor till this body falls down. And also like the eighth wonder means every time we know that the people around us in corona period we experience like how people around us were suffering and dying also, but we never thought that this time would come to us also. So bhakti is the only process which can take us beyond this birth. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for this nice class, Prabhuji. You told the importance of human life. Okay, so that is really true. That the discussion between Yudhishthira Maharaj and Dharmaraj, that every day we see there are people living, but still we do not realize that this will happen with me also, and even our family member to whom we are so much worrying about, they will also pass one day. So this is a temporary world, and we have to realize this, and then we have to take shelter of Krishna and should work for the main goal what we are focusing on.
हरे कृष्ण। हमने बताया किसी की भागवतम को ग्लोरीफाई किया, भागवतम कितना महान है और कितना महान ग्रंथ है, सारे वेदों का सार है, तो वो अमल पुराण भी है उसको बोलते हैं। तो और ग्लोरीफाई किया कि भगवत गीता भी मैंने भी जब भी भगवत गीता पढ़ता हर श्लोका में प्रभुपाद ने भक्ति के बारे में लिखा। क्या कोई भी श्लोका है तो भक्ति के बारे में है और कुछ नहीं है। तो फिर हमने बताया कैसे अद्वैत आचार्य का एग्जाम्पल दिया कि वो उनको भी एक श्लोका में नहीं मिल रहा था तो वो 3 दिन फास्टिंग के, वो बहुत अच्छा एक्चुअली कि भगवत गीता है कि भक्ति के बारे में ही है। तो कोई अब देखेंगे कि कोई भी कुछ भी लिख के भगवत गीता बोल देते हैं और उनका खुद का भगवत गीता बोल देते हैं, तो ये अलग है कि भगवत गीता एक्चुअली भक्ति के बारे में ही है। हरे कृष्ण।
चारू कृष्णचरण को